Welcome, welcome viewers, back to Grounded with me, Corknut, where we are well on our way to solving the mystery of the backyard. Our task today is going to be to go grab some berries so that we can fix the damage to our beloved armor, which we are going to stick with fast shoes. We're going to stick with this crossbow. Double checking what we have in here. We'd actually like some clover. Some of all this stuff, honestly. Oh, actually, all this stuff can honestly stay here. What we're interested in today is food and water. Storage looks fine. Before we get too far into this, we did unlock 4 mutations last time, so I'm initially just going to stick meat shield on. But there's a good chance we will flip that between either assassin or mithridatism, whatever. Poison resistance. We've also got truffle tussle, which is a new one. Which is for unarmed. We're not going to use that. We might use mithridatism. Someday I'll learn how to say that. For now, we're going to use meat shield. Mithridatism will probably come in when we want to fight. What am I trying? Spiders. So this one, maybe on A, we'll turn on Barbarian here, and switching between A and B is meat shield versus mithridatism. So currently on meat shield. Let's gather some of these petals while we're over here, just in case we'll ever need these again. There's also Orbweaver Jr. over there we could fight for practice. Shake some of the rust off. Hold on 1 second while I get myself oriented here. Yeah, we can grab some water. Yeah, we might as well fight. Might as well fight Orbweaver Jr. over there, right? Let's see if we can't hit him with a arrow. Get him mad. Total miss. Now we're gonna have to run over there and get the arrow. He missed again. There we go. Huh. Alright, so he poisoned us even though we had I thought we had a good block there, but I guess it wasn't that good. Let's take a look through this crack. The reason, well, one reason for fighting that guy was that this crack here goes through this little fence and seemed like a shortcut toward oh my god, there's a lot of these guys. Mites are a little annoying because they're so hard to hit. But I think we got them all. Let's set up some markers. We're gonna want to head toward here. This area here by the bird bath is a good place to look, but we're also just gonna start off by looking in, the hedge. There's a chance there's spiders living in this dark region here that we don't have overlap on. Or we don't have surveying on, especially as it kind of gives me the spider noise when we get over here. But I've never actually seen any over here as far as I know. Although there's plenty of mites, and that sounds like something we should run from. That was a stink bug. Stink bugs are still a little bit big for us to handle on our own. But I don't think they chase us very far, unlike the mites. So let's take a slight detour here. Yeah, another thing. Actually, this hole here. Okay, never mind. This is where that burgle flag was, and we turned that on a long time ago. Yeah, that's on. We don't need to keep going that way. We should be able to go straight. One more hit, come on! If only our stamina didn't just, like, instantly deplete when we swung this thing. I think, actually, there's something that... I think if we block correctly, we get a stamina spike back, so... Again, it always comes down to just practice your blocking. Practice your timing. It should all work out. I think this is the pond. We're gonna just charge through this little pond here, since it's the most straightforward way to get to the berries without risking any encounters with anything dangerous. Rash? Really? Have we never got close enough to get a discovery on this guy? I guess Rash is just the name of this character.
Watch where you stick that nose, Weevil.
I assume. That sounded dangerous. Right. Right. Oops. Mosquitoes. What I remember about these guys is that they're a pain. And that this club isn't really that effective on them, so we're gonna try slashing with a small weapon. Which seems to do the trick. Did we get him? Yes. Got him. Okay. Definitely the way to go with mosquitoes. We do need to bandage again already. And that's his head floating away. Did we get all the parts? Yeah, I guess we did. Let's take a look at this Rash model. There's some gnats flying around. It's just a buried toy. I'm surprised Willow doesn't say anything about him. Alright. Generally right in the middle here. We want to go straight south. There's also a can of something here. La Beast. Can of La Beast we've also never seen before. Anything in there? Nope. And no hidden molars down at the bottom of this pond either. Although, that's sort of interesting, I guess. What is it? Not sure. Seemed like a couple of drops of water that weren't mixing with the rest of the water. Here we are in the hedge. Hedge in this area is fairly safe. We've been here a few times. It's a good place to collect the leather. Or the berry chunks, which we can turn into leather. We need 3 of those per leather. So we need a few. This one's hard to hit. I hope I'm using the right, yeah, ammo. Time we got 14. Okay, we have a little while, but not too long. Not too terribly long before the sun sets, and we want to be out of here. Let's see if we can find any more of these. Let's actually head up there. Oops. And knock them down from above, because it's easier to see them from up above generally. Especially in this dim light. Now let's think about what we're going to do next. So we're doing this to repair our armor. But the next step in our mission here is really to what is the next step? The next step is to head toward Black Ant area, I suppose. And oops. Okay, I guess that's enough. Let's get these.
Aphid on the move.
Yeah, the Black Ant Hill is the next. I imagine we're gonna want to kill a few black ants, like we did with the red ants, so that we can make an armor and fool them into
Taking a look around.
thinking that we are black ants. Sorry, I got distracted there by that leaf. It looked different to other leaves for some reason. Excuse me. One more. Or was that it? I think that must have been it. I don't see any more of our arrows. How many did we manage to collect? 22. That's not too bad. That'll be 7 pieces of leather. Alright, so let's head back and use those, turn those into leather, and repair our outfit with it. Best way back from here is going to be through the water and then a cut left under the big wood here. Avoiding the yoked earth head where we know there's some big spiders. We've also got Tame a Pet on our list of missions. And my understanding here... Do you drop underwater that we can slurp? Weird. Oh, it didn't actually give it to us. It just broke. Neat. So my understanding with pets is we're going to use the slurries for those. I don't know exactly how to do it. I think we're just going to... Excuse me. I think we're just going to leave some slurries sitting around where some of the smaller animals can find them and see if that gets the job done. Weevil, aphid, or gnat, I think, are the available pets, according to what I understand from the comments and the slurries. Not quite sure which one we'll end up with, but it'll be fun to find out. It looks like we're on the right track here. It will pretty much avoid the danger regions. Yeah, there's definitely an orb weaver over there. Okay. Still a little shy of just running over there and seeing how we fare against an orb weaver. Now that we have that toxicology badge, though, that gives us... Oh, wait, that one gives us minus... Never mind. That gives us minus poison. I was going to say with some poison resistance, I might be more interested in trying to fight those. And I think we do have a little bit of poison resistance with the mutation set A. So that's a possibility. For now, let's huck our spear. Oops. every time I hit ER to repair, and it's not R to repair. It's go into the inventory first. Oops. Inventory. Select the item, then R to repair. We do need berry leather. Let's make some berry leather. There's no reason not to just craft this all up. We're a little too close to the workbench, as usual. Craft mini a couple times, and we've got plenty of berry chunks. Look at this. We also learned how to make an embiggening cocktail. Somehow I completely missed this. We need gum nugget and 2 other unknowns. So the gum nugget, we kind of know where that is. We do want to use part of that at least to plug the can. Oh, but this seems like the end game goal here. Berry leather. Okay, so we're going to have to go collect a whole lot more berries now that we know this. But until we have gum nuggets, that's kind of pointless to do. The other things we unlocked. Slime Lantern Plus, right? So we're going to need some lily pad wax for that, but honestly, we don't spend a lot of time. We're not going to spend a lot of time in the water, I hope, so maybe that doesn't matter so much. We got some furniture, a Weevil statue, an aphid statue. We did get all of the infected mounts, which looks like we can make those fairly easily now, so it is probably going to be wise to spend some time setting up another base over nearer to the haze, or nearer to the black ant base at the very least. So that might be next, is scout that direction and see how hard it's going to be to get in there. So let's think about what we need, but first, let's go about the repairs after I check through all this stuff. Yes, look at that. We have already unlocked the black ant armor. We can go check on our muscle sprout too. We don't have rotten bee leggings. I imagine that is also going to be in the first antler. I'm not sure. And we have these 2 unknown things. Okay. So in our inventory, we should be able to repair these straight away. Now that we have berry leather, great. Repair these. Sweet. Let's go dump things off. I don't think we're going to need the bubble helm. We don't have any space in here. Yeah. Like I said, bubble helm. Let's go check some of our other baskets and see if we can't move things out of here. I like to use this chest as sort of our. I like to be organized. Let's organize. Let's do some organization. Sorry if this is annoying. We're just gonna quickly organize some of this stuff so that we can use this chest here for equipment. I just want to make sure we have room in this chest for equipment, which means just moving some of the stuff that's not equipment into some of the other chests. Alright, I also wanted to keep shards in here. So let's grab the stuff that's not those things and get it out of here. If we can. Which means we'll have to go to some other baskets and fill these up. Maybe even time to make a new basket. Okay, that's as much space as we've got outside of this. It might be a little inefficient here. It might be more efficient just to do that. And we're going to have to go find our arrows, of course. But what that did for us was hopefully stack things. Yeah. So we're going to need the gas mask. We're not going to need the bubble helmet so much. We'll keep the brat bursts with us, but probably throw them as soon as possible. Let's do some repair on these guys. All our weapons are in fine condition, with the exception maybe of this one, which we're gonna save these mandibles until it gets really low repair before we spend on repairing that. Let's get some more. Let's go check everything. Take these. Let's actually start some more plant fibers brewing here. And make sure we have plenty of ropes going. Dump everything else off again. Check how many arrows we have. Arrows are in here. We want a full stack, please. And then... wait, did we... don't need this stuff. Let's make... why can't I drop off plant fiber? Hello? There we go, okay. Let's make bandages. Bandages, I think we can stack up to 15 now, but we only have 2 sap. I'm gonna have to go find more sap. You know, there is an item related to sap that I've been ignoring. There's also this cookery, another item I've been ignoring, which we can make now, so we're gonna go ahead and make that. But the sap can also make a simple bed, which I think the only difference between lean-to and simple bed is coziness. So actually, it would be nice to have a cozy place. Let's put a real bed here. What I was going to say though is sap catcher. Let's go see if there's a place we can make one of these. Oops. Not too late yet, but there should be a branch around somewhere nearby where we can stick this thing. Not sure where we should put it, but there's like this branch, for example. So what happens if we stick a sap catcher on this? Oops, we need those items. Derp. Yeah, so I wonder if we can... I guess we build it here and then we move it is the right way to do that. So if we place oh, invalid service, I see. Okay. Unsupported requires wall. Okay, we need 1 acorn, 2 weed stems, 4 ropes. Let's get those. Weed stems are going to be upstairs. Two weed stems? Yeah. Acorn. Is it acorn top? Yeah. And 4 ropes. Okay. Let's go see where we can stick this thing. Feel like we should be able to stick it on that log right down there. Oops, which we can get to. I also feel like we should move those, adjust those stairs slightly. Unsupported requires wall. Invalid surface. Weird. Yeah. Like, where would that grow? I guess it would grow on the tree. Maybe that's what they're thinking. You'd put that on the tree. Let's try on these roots. Nothing. I guess I'll have to go look up where that's allowed to be placed. Hold on. Okay. Let's try that again. We don't have enough sap. We do want 30 arrows. We have 7 bandages, so that's honestly probably probably enough to continue exploring with. It is late at night, and come to think of it, we are anticipating getting a dream tonight. So let's see what happens. First things first, let's place our sad little lean-to here with an actual bed. Stick it in the corner. You know, something like that. Nice. Set our respawn point to the bed. And let's go dump stuff off one more time, just so I don't forget to do it in the morning. One moment. Technical difficulties. Okay, dump everything in here one more time. Pull out the arrows one more time. And this time we're going straight to bed. And hope to have a dream.
Dr. Schmechter, these...
Director.
Director Schmechter. These specimens are the breakthrough we've been looking for, just like you predicted. We're close to eliminating the raisoning problem. Our team was up all night recalibrating the spacer.
I see. Of course, my hypothesis was correct. I hope all of you remember this moment the next time you question my methods. Now then, what progress has been made on covalent space expansion? How did Dr. Wendell Tully, a lifetime failure, best the brightest minds at Ominent?
Yes, sir. We're still working on that formula. I know it's been months, but the Embiggen process is far more complicated and dangerous than we predicted.
Ugh. Too bad for you, little ones. Prepare the specimens for termination.
This isn't what I signed up for.
Yeah, it looks like one
I
of
thought
the
I got
scientists.
teased about my name a lot, but this guy has to have it bad. Director Schmechter. Something about experimenting with reasoning. Time to pay Burgle a visit and see what he knows.
Alright, so maybe we are going to get sidetracked and go back to Burgle and tell him about our dream. What time is it? That did get us the morning. Go make sure we're full up on drinks. Our water is full. How are we doing here? Ah, cool. These are ready. And unfortunately, we got 2, so not sure if this is really saving much time, honestly. I guess we want a bunch of these so that we can have a good stock. So maybe that we'll spend some time doing that in the future. Right now, we are just going to keep our one at a time process going on. Interesting that it doesn't auto defrag your baskets. One last look at our gear. I think we're good to go. So our current plan is that we want to get down into this area. That's underground. This looks like water. Let's bring up Bubble, and let's actually make enough stuff to build a small outpost here. I want to build an outpost right next to this hole, and then we will scout this short edge through the haze to see if we can find an entrance there. So to make a outpost, we should also make this jerky rack while I'm remembering things. But to make a outpost, we're going to want the spit 433 for sprig, pebble, etc. So we're gonna want sprigs, we're gonna want pebbles, we're gonna want dry grass. Where and rope, of course. So first things first, rope. Let's get some sprigs. Let's get some dry grass and pebbles. Is that really all we have for pebbles? No, we should have a bunch more. Let's go check these baskets. Nothing useful there, right? We were also going to lay out some... so many things to do. We were also going to lay out some of the items to try to get pets. Okay, 10, 15, 14. That will give us a... We need dry grass. Did we get dry grass? Yeah, that will give us enough to make a spit. Will it also let us make a lean-to? Cloverleaf. We need 3 cloverleaf. Where did I leave my clovers? There they are. Okay, so that's quite in excess of what we actually need. Let's run over there and get that built. I don't think I actually planted this. I did. Good. Okay. And, oh yeah, the other thing, this was 59. So adding all that spoiled meat cut the time in half. Let's set our markers. I guess the first one is going to be here. We're going to throw on the gas mask, keep on the speedy shoes.
Hope this is enough to keep me safe.
And let's charge through this spot as fast as we can. Don't think we'll run into anything real dangerous through here.
Hello, powerless ant.
Straightforward run to the edge here. Up on top down this way. Remember, there's a wolf spider right there. Oh, yep, we saw him for a second. He's like, yeah, right there. See him through the rock. Luckily, that's not the way we're going. We're heading toward this corner. We're across now, so let's put it over here. Maybe even on one of these rocks would be sensible. Certainly would make me feel safer. In fact, is that the smart thing to do? Maybe not, because the rock is in the haze here. But yeah, let's do this. Let's build a little let's build it up here. Oh, look at that, there's grubs here even. Let's see if we can't get this guy. It could be a larva. Yeah, it was a larva. Build up here. Up here will be nice because we won't really need foundation. We could just build walls. So let's start out. We also shouldn't have to build as high here. Like a single story is probably going to be fine. So let's just measure where we're going to put our walls. I guess we'll probably want windowed walls actually. So let's place these. There's plenty of grass around. And let's assume that this... look at that, we don't have to build square. building square this whole time, but we could build roundish. Take me a moment. Never mind. Let's just build square. It's going to be too hard to figure this out otherwise. And let's just copy what we did before. Let's put the corner of the house over here. With a normal wall in between. Convert that to a door. And then 2 more windowed walls. Oops. What happened? I lost my windowed walls. Like that. Regular grass wall in between. 2 more windowed walls. Oops, that's a little low. So, I guess it's fine. Do some grass wall in between those. I think we have one over here who can place. Yes, and that should give us a square if we place these 2 windowed walls here. Good. Now let's just break these and replace them with doors. Oops. Because I wasn't really thinking. 2 doors should be fine for now. That's going to be down here, grass door. Sturdy door? Sturdy door is actually easier to make than grass door, which is kind of interesting. I guess it needs more weeds. There we go. So let's start with that. That's going to be eating. Food-wise, we still have this roast.
I need this notebook.
Let's actually prioritize getting a spit in here, which we'll stick in the far corner, or maybe here. Stick that there, which we can build immediately. We're also going to put down a lean-to, which we can also build immediately. Right there, next to the spit. Okay, there we go. And let's also mark out a dew collector, which I think will be basically on this side over here. Just because we'll eventually want one of these. I don't know when we'll get to it, but let's see what happens. Okay, that's a good start. Let's build that out. Let's also put a staircase on this wall. We don't really have ladders, but stairs should be fine. Grass stair here will help us up. So we're going to need some weed stems. Luckily, there's a big husky weed right here. Another one in the background over there. Unluckily, we do not have the ant armor. So we're going to be handicapped with how much we can carry at once. I don't think we need this gas mask on right
Putting
now.
on some more armor.
Verified. Why can't I build? For some reason, there we go. For some reason it wasn't letting me place. Yeah, it's not letting me place. Weird. I guess we'll just drop these for now. Let's go get some grass. That should be enough to get us
clean.
started.
Ish.
This up here and start building these things. What are you complaining about? I do not understand what it's trying to tell me. Weird. Okay, seemed to work. It's just where your body is determines whether you can place it or not in some weird way. Oops. Okay, continuing on with ones that let me build them. We're gonna need more weeds. I see. That was... Why can't I build this one? Weird. I can build this one. Good. Can I finish this door? Almost. Alright, so we need a couple more weed stems. Plenty over here for now. Two more, but our inventory is full. Look, we could grab all these. That door is built. Can start framing in the windows. Sometimes. Maybe it wants the ones like next to each other built first. Maybe that's what is going on. Yeah, okay. We don't have any crude rope, so that door might take a bit. Should be okay. Let's grab these. And some more of the grass planks. I might want to take care of that larva there shortly. Yeah, so that's not going to build until we have crude rope. Let's see if we can make 4 crude rope. Should be able to. Nope, just 2. Yeah, we'll need to go gather some more fiber, which should be super easy to get right here. It's probably a good enough start. Let's get some more of these planks. Only 2 down. Should be able to make those last 2 ropes. Okay, so that's why it wasn't letting us place it. It only lets you place on things that already have adjacent things being built. That's kind of weird. Getting there. Let's leave this door open so we can get in, please. We also have a nice place to gather thorns here, so it might be worth gathering some of those to experiment more with spike strips. Huh, there is a bee right above us. That's promising. Still don't really know how to interact with those. Need one more weed there. Okay. And one more weed there. Okay. We need a couple weed stems. Here. That one out that way is probably closest. Grab it. Not a lot came out of that guy. Only 4. It's okay. We have stairs over here. One for there, and one for there, and yeah, won't let me do it. Let's build everything else then. Bunch more grass. Alright, 2 more pieces of grass, and we got this. Two of these ones way over here. I think we also have a weed stem left on the ground over there in case we need it. We're going to need a little bit for the roof. So let's get the roof on real quick. Roof is really a floor, right? Unless we want to do a real roof, but no, we're just going to do a floor. Add a second floor onto this later. For now, we'll just do 1 floor. Gonna need a bunch more. Let's get some from over this direction. If we had the ant armor, we could do this a little faster, but it's not that much slower without it. Just means a couple extra trips. But we should have this done in no time. After which we're gonna think about the dew collector, and then we should be good to go. Might want some light in here also, because it's gonna be quite dark after dark. Unless we're in range of one of the lamps or something. We also want to put a marker here. Otherwise, we're going to forget that this base exists. This whole area seems pretty calm, so I think this was a good area to select for another base. There's a lot of grass right in the vicinity, mostly dry grass, but there is some green grass. Did we get it all? Feels like we got it all.
Aphid on the move.
Another couple trips and we're done. I need about 6 more. Just 2 more trips. I am realizing that what we actually do need to do is head to a field station or back to Burgle, because we forgot to check the unlocks that should be on the Burgle machine now that we brought in that new chip. So it's totally possible that we just have to go spend science to unlock the new tier of equipment. That's always possible. Alright, final thing here that we want to do is this dew collector. We're going to need 6 weed stems, a bunch of pebblets, silk rope. So this whole thing, it looks like that's for the next trip. We're not going to get dew out of here yet. Luckily we have 4 water. Do we need to put... Let's set this as our respawn point. So that actually... Yeah. Respawn point set there. We don't have anything to cook yet. And field station, there is one nearby. It's probably way easier than trying to get into the Haze lab. But instead of doing that, let's take a quick trip up this direction. Since we've never been here, it is completely outside of our scanner range. Definitely in danger of running into spiders. Let's take a look what we see from the top. Oh god, okay. Okay, bombardier beetles we can handle. In fact, let's take a look at our data about them just so, because it's been a while. Bombardier beetles are not neutral, they're evil. Okay, they hate chopping and they hate fresh, so that means our fresh mint things would be good against them, but we don't have those. We didn't bring them. Okay, so chopping, pretty good against them. And they're not too bad because they tend to... I was gonna say they tend to fire their ranged attack rather than attacking directly, but then I got out of stamina. So as soon as they fire their range, we run in and get them. Okay. We are taking damage when we run into that stuff. Come on, one more shot, please. There we go. Okay. Let's bandage up. Most of that damage was just from running into the stuff that was on the ground.
Taking a look around.
So here we are at the top of a mound in a new unexplored part of the yard. There is a picnic bench over that way, and I can also see some bubblegum on that picnic bench, so we're going to want to explore over there for the gum for sure later. Around this exact area, we've got yet another spade, and we've got the edge of this pool. We're gonna check the time. Alright, it's getting a little late. I'm gonna do just a little bit of run in this direction to see what we can see. There's some kind of brittle shard down there. Doesn't look that dangerous yet. I'm afraid there's going to be like a big hairy spider leg right around the corner. Let's see if we can't break this thing. Yeah, it's just a sturdy. Plenty of shards. Cool, which again is an indication that we should be upgrading our equipment more. Always use pebbles, especially since we just used a bunch and one of the ingredients. Oh, what? We can blow this up. Wow, that's cracked rock requires explosive. That's totally new. Okay, let's blow that up and see what happens. That means the shovel's gonna fall over, I bet. Interesting. Let's try it. It's gonna go. Yeah, look at that. Shovel falls over, gives us a way onto the picnic table from here. Boy, talk about accidentally putting our base in the right place. Speaking of which, would probably be wise to put a flag at this base. What do we need in order to do that? A trail marker. Trail marker is totally doable. Do it. Again, it's probably wiser to put it over on this corner in case we get attacked from the other side. Put a trail marker. Drop off the pebbles that we found there. Let's set this trail marker to be... Yeah, it's just a little outpost, I guess. This is hazy view. What are we gonna call this? This is flagstones. All right, and time is now 18:32. That should be late enough for us to go get a rest. Indeed, it is. So let's sleep till morning here, and let's go take a look at top of that picnic table. Don't think that picnic table is technically where we want to go next, but since it's here, actually, come to think of it, let's do a little hunting. Get this weevil on the spit, and let's make sure we're drinking water. Just so we have something cooking. Water is no longer on our hot bar.
At least it's clean. Ish.
Do we have any food other than bars? I think that's the only food we have right now. And actually throw away this rotten meat.
I have limits. Or I guess I thought I did.
Okay, let's go check out the top of that table. Totally forgetting that we were going to spend some time in this episode trying to tame a pet. Didn't really seem to happen, did it? This is the first case where we've actually modified the environment to get to a new place. There are bees up here. I'm not sure if they're going to be directly hostile.
Let's see what we can find.
There's also some banana. Full-on picnic basket, and the trail ends before we can get all the way up, but there is a... Weak points are their eyes to piercing. Oh, look at that. And we can see inside of that thing. It looks like it's a sandbox. And there's a hose up on the other side, so maybe that's the only way in, or the most obvious way in. So there's supposed to be a burgle chip in there for sure. There's also a trash pile back there, and that's where the black ants live. On this side... a lot of junk. A lot of junk. Yeah, we can see the garden gnome better from this side. Boy, we are really far from where we started, aren't we? This place seems enormous. Flagstones. We can just make out Flagstone's base right there. Okay. Let's get down to the bottom level of this table. I guess this is the bench. Let's explore the bench since we can reach the bench. See if there's anything in here. There's a crow feather. That's always nice. It is getting a little dark already, so let's be a little hasty. Looks like another bottle of Puncho and maybe some bees to encounter up here. And I wonder if we can see anything on the other side of this plate. Nothing. The Puncho itself does have some juice coming out of it. That's nice. But yeah, this whole picnic setup, I'm not really sure there's anything useful here. There was a zip line at the top. Okay, so maybe we'll have to explore this more fully later to really understand what's going on here. Did give us a good view of the sandbox over there. Question about bees. Are bees on the neutral list? Yes, bees are neutral, so they're not going to attack. So there's no real reason for us to fight those unless they attack first. For now, at least. At some point, we might need bee parts for something. But we certainly don't yet. I really would like to be able to read that journal up there. And yeah, this side of the yard is just a lot happening. Alright, let's head down. I missed. Luckily, we have a few more thistles. Let's run past this bombardier beetle. Hopefully he doesn't see us. Oops, ouch. Oh, I thought that was going to hurt. But we were okay. Crawl into here. Let's head back to flagstones. Let's actually change the color of that marker to be more in the pink hues like the other one. And let's plan our next steps. I really would like to get the dew collector set up here. So our next step here might simply be to run back home, get some more rope and silk rope. Come out here, we're going to need 5 of each of those plus 6 weed stems. For now, I think what we're going to do is call it a day. Made a little bit of a reasonable amount of progress today, getting on the other side of the haze and getting set up ready to explore the Black Ant Lab. And I think that's about all I could ask for now. So thanks for watching this with me. Do please leave a like or comment, subscribe, that sort of thing. Try to encourage the channel's growth and encourage me to post more videos so I can spend more time talking to you. Until then, I'm just gonna say thanks for watching and bye-bye.